How's everyone doing today? Y'all doing well? Y'all clicked the video, so I guess you want to kind of know what this hidden gem stuff is. So, before we dive into that, 99% of people that watch videos on my channel, they don't click subscribe. So I hope today is the day that I earn your subscription and show support for my videos. And if you do like it, please press the like button, comment down below, check out my other YouTube videos. Alright, so let's get back to topic. The topic, which is hidden gems. Now, these hidden gems, kind of a series, right? We talk about aircraft, vehicles, tanks, ships, which we're not going to talk about ships for a while. These are vehicles in the game where, you know, we get focused in high tier. We focus on high tier, we focus on the latest and greatest patch, that we often forget stuff that's been in the game since day one. So, in order to kind of prevent that, or kind of bring it light to or attention to, we talk about vehicles that you may have discovered, or I have found, that are actually quite fun and worth the pickup. So today we're talking about a Russian Tier 2 rank 2.7 aircraft. And this is the India, the I-153P as in Papa, Chaika. Probably said that wrong, but correct me in the comments below. So this is 950 Golden Eagles. It's a premium, alright? So kind of like my other videos, premiums, right? What do they offer you? They offer you bonus to credits of Reliance, bonus to XP so you can research. This being a rank 2 aircraft, it can research from rank 1 all the way to rank 3. So this aircraft does yield you a good amount of credits, and it's really, if you're an experienced player, even a new player, this aircraft is very fun. And what I mean by very fun is that the stuff that you can do in this aircraft, which we'll get into later, kind of makes you question if this aircraft is even modeled correctly, or if it's even some Russian bias going on. So we're going to do everything we do in our videos, right? We talk about the performance, the fun factor, and lastly, is it worth it? So let's start off with the performance. And I'll put clips here and there kind of talking about the, you know, what I did when I played the aircraft, so I'm just not up here rambling without actually some kind of evidence, right? That would kind of make some sense. So, performance, Russian bias. So, there's a myth in the game, and I'm not advocating that there's Russian bias, but there's some questionable stuff that happens in the game when I play certain vehicles of a certain nation. And this is one of them, and I'll put some clips kind of showing you, did this really happen? So, besides the Russian bias, we're going to talk about the aircraft dogfights, right? And I kind of use clips plus my hand gesture to show. So, we talked about before the types of aircraft in this game. And this can be applied to all from props all the way to jets. You got your turn fighters, you got your boom and zoom, right? And I'm probably missing another one. Maybe energy, but I believe energy goes with boom and zoom. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, basically two types, I would say. So, boom and zoom is a pretty simple concept. You climb up, get at a good altitude, dive down, then go back up. It's a pretty simple, safe tactic to play because most players don't really use that method. Most players like to fly low, probably around 3,000 meters, and then dogfight, turn fight, all that, right? So, this aircraft, that's the tricky thing, right? It's not a boom and zoomer, but to do well, or at least have a good, easy advantage to go like 4-0, you need to climb. Just climb at the beginning of the match. It will pay you dividends. And the reason why is, like I said earlier, most players like to hang out in low altitude. Same for jets. People can say no, but there are people that play jets. You will see common players, even at high tier, hanging at low altitude. And there'll be some players up there in space, but eventually they're going to have to come down, right? So climb up. You're going to climb up. And the reason why I'm saying this is, like I said, you're going to have a better opportunity to go 4-0 if you see targets below you. The aircraft is great at what I call turret fighting. So pretty much you get up there, get a good altitude, you see your teammates duking it out at the bottom, and then what do? You dive down and you find a target, and you're going to bait someone, right? Because someone sees a biplane, they're going to be like, oh, it's that tier 2 biplane or tier 1 biplane, someone's just trolling. And that's another thing too. People don't really realize this thing is actually the one with the 20mm cannons. 20mm cannons. So as a result, this thing's like a little trickster. So when someone sees you, they're gonna be like, oh, it's easy prey. They're gonna turn fight with you, right? Because they're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna just turn. This thing, you never want to get a turn fight with this thing because it's insane the maneuvers you pull off. This guy would be turning right here, you're just turning right there. You'd be right on his tail. And then but the next thing you're just lining up your shots, just shooting them gracefully. So it's a very fun aircraft because people don't take it seriously until they just start, you start devastating people. So that's how the aircraft fights. Now, for the fun factor. Now this is a break from high tiers. And the reason why it's good to get a break from high tiers is because high tiers can be stressful. And the reason I say it's stressful is that, there's that concept of doing well, doing the best you can do, and the skill gap is very high. There are very, very good players in high tier. I consider myself an average player. I am not the best aircraft, I'm not on the leaderboard, but I don't really care about that. But I'm not great, right? Like, it's really hard to compete at that tier to do well. Now, I'm not advocating serial clubbing here, but in my earlier video, talking about the Corsair, Japanese Corsair, I talked about how it's different with the community. And the thing is that high tiers can be serious. There can be raging players. There can be very angry, salty players at that tier. But if you go down to this tier at 2.7 to rank 2, the player base is totally different. And what I mean by that is it's kind of unique that they all work together towards a goal. And you got air players just bombing, just flying out to have fun. Like, it's a very unique experience and it's very fun and relaxing. And it's fun because you can do that, tying down to our worth it. Yeah, I would pick it up because you can make a lot of silver lions playing in a relaxed environment, not having to worry about stress for a pretty cheap price of 950 Golden Eagles, especially when this goes on sale. You could pick this one up and the Japanese Corsair and have a fun, fun experience for less than like 15 bucks. So yeah, it's a hidden gem. It's definitely worth it. I would probably say it's a very fun, ridiculous aircraft. You can do a lot of maneuvers that normally is just like, what? And then at the same time, it's just ridiculously stupid, especially with the landing. I tried landing it and just flip-flops in the airfield, and it's fine, it can be totally repaired. Not a problem. Not a problem for the people on the ground to repair that. So it's just ridiculous. It's a lot of fun. I would highly recommend picking it up. So at the end of this, if you've reached to this point of the video, which I hope most of you did, thanks for sticking around. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing today. Let's try to beat that 99% viewer versus subscriber range. And comment down below if you got suggestions of other vehicles. I have a lot of vehicles in my garage, so I may have some of these vehicles you're talking about. I can go check it out, kind of give me new content, new ideas so I can start picking from. But other than that, I appreciate it. You all have a great day. You take care. You be safe. Thank you.